Hey, family, sending love. David Hawkins, in his book Letting Go, spoke about a technique for releasing the backlog of karmic blockages and emotional buildup within the system. His method was very simple. It essentially amounts to just lay down, be still, invite whatever wants to come up to be felt, and then just simply feel the emotion. And as you just simply feel what's coming up, that will just naturally allow it to release. It will naturally release the backlog over time. And this can be especially useful to do after or during intense emotional experiences when strong emotions are coming up. And I've received a lot from David Hawkins' work, his book, The Letting Go Practice, and I just wanted to add on top of that um, a practice that I would consider a more advanced practice that is profoundly powerful when it comes to letting go. And that can be stated simply as see what the emotions really are, see what the feelings really are. In a profound sense, shame is not shame, anger is not anger, sadness is not sadness. We give these experiences these labels, and then these labels actually really solidify and reinforce these emotions. And oftentimes, the stories that we tell about the emotion continue to perpetuate the emotion. And Hawkins talks about this. He talks about dropping the story and just feeling the emotion. And as well, see what the emotion is. Go into the naked texture of the emotion. Go into what we would typically call our body. And with your eyes closed, just really sensitively feel the naked texture of what the emotion is. Sense the emotion almost like you're psychically or intuitively sensing it or tasting it, reading psychic braille, feeling it like you're putting your hand in bath water. You're really sensitively feeling the buzzingness, the aliveness, the morphing-ness of this swirling texture of energy that the emotion actually is. If you look closely, no emotion stays the same from one instant to the next. In every instant, any single emotion will completely swirl and shift into a new iteration of itself. Its appearance is its vanishing in a profound sense. It never even becomes a solid emotion because if you look closely at the naked energy of the emotion, it's never the same from one moment to the next. Before it could even crystallize into a solid emotion, it's already become something else. It's just this swirling, unpin-downable energy, which, if you look closely, that's all that our entire field of experience ever consists of. Nothing is actually the same from one instant to the next if you look closely at the subtleties of experience. And so if you go into an emotion and you see this about an emotion, if you see and feel the naked swirling morphingness, the buzzing aliveness, the complete unpinned down ability of the emotion, the indefinability of the emotion, you see why the emotion actually cannot be said at all, cannot be defined at all. You see that indefinability is deeply baked into the nature of reality itself. And you can see how this indefinability or emptiness shows up in the context of emotions. And then what you can discover through this clear seeing is that there has never been anything to let go of. There's nothing to let go of because, as they say in Dzogchen, all phenomena self-liberate upon arising. Before the emotion could even become something that you need to let go of, it has already changed into something different, and it never solidifies. It's just this instantaneous, continuous, spontaneous flow. And there's something about when you really see that clearly and you see that there's nothing there to let go of, there's nothing solid there, it's just this morphing-ness. When you see that clearly, that's like a laser beam of clarity that just sees through what you had considered a solid emotion or a solid story. You can apply this to thoughts as well, or stories as well. Thought energy is also just this dancingness of etheric texture up here. So you can apply this clarity to anything, and if you can clearly see that there's no solidity and there is nothing to let go of, and there's just this instantaneous dancingness that has already completely let go. It's already completely surrendered. There's not one thing to let go of something else. There's not one thing to surrender to something else. There's nothing solid or definable in the entire field of experience. It's just this morphingness, just this dancingness that is already entirely free. It's already entirely liberated. So if you look closely, you can notice this, and it's as simple as just noticing why the emotion is actually unsayable, noticing why it's actually indefinable, noticing that it swirls and morphs continuously as this buzzing texture of spacious aliveness, and you could never pin down what it even is. You have no idea what it even is. And this release into unknowing actually allows you to see that there's nothing to let go of, and allows you to just let things be as they are, we could say. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you for listening. I hope that's helpful. Much peace, much love. Take good care, family. Take good care.